Welcome to the Six Man Podcast, everybody. Today, it's different. Hindi to yung usual natin na we have a usual guest in interview natin, a former player, current player, college star. But we have one of my close friends, si Carl Batumbakal, a writer for the International Business Times and Humble Bola. And one of the media na nakita ko lagi na present in every tournament because of the IDs na nakita ko before. I think he showed that in an Instagram. So, singit ko na rin, mention na Instagram kay Black Mambito 24. That's the Instagram yun. So, ito guys, si Carl, one of my close friends, we're gonna have like for sure, we're gonna have a conversation about the latest happenings of Philippine basketball. I was looking for a sign that that I should do this. Not necessarily to force myself to do it every day, but more of kapag may nangyaring something significant sa Philippine basketball, may gusto pag-usapan, 'di ba, Carl? Kasi alam mo naman, may mga media, mga latest news about sa media ngayon, nata-tighten up yung yung mga rules. We're
Oo,
gonna talk about
totoo
that
naman.
later. Maglalagay ako ng timestamp. May nag-suggest na I should put a timestamp on podcast like this, yung mga episodes. So I think it's a good suggestion na para people can see what we talked about and everything. So what's up, Carl? That was a long intro from my end.
Okay lang. I don't mind long intros kasi there were times na ganyan din ako doing my own interviews with other personalities. And that's completely okay. It's been a long week. It's been a long week in Philippine basketball. Medyo marami naganap, like you said.
Mm.
Pero at the same time, alam mo yun, there's just someone na kailangan talagang gumawa eh. Even though, aminin natin, it's tiring to keep up with the news. Especially on my end. Kasi, like you said, I'm a writer for the International Business
Oh, hindi ka pa ba
Times.
napapagod? Para tapos mag-uusap pa.
Honestly, there may sense of pagod din naman, and I can't
Pero,
deny that.
oo, oo.
Kasi syempre, morning news, pag bago ako matulog, check ako ng news, pagising sa umaga, sports news ulit. So, syempre may daily grind na nakakapagod talaga. And I cannot deny na there are times na may burnout na ako, pero alam mo yun,
Oh,
I just
shit.
have to keep going talaga eh.
This has been your work. You've been writing since you graduated, 'di ba? Nakita ko yung
Essentially.
the grind ni Carl eh. Pero hindi to, it's like ini-interview kita eh. Pero hindi, it's more of just to introduce you guys to a friend of mine since 2020. But I have a brother, tagal na niya kaibigan si Carl.
Hmm.
Claret pa kayo, 'di ba?
Yup.
20, basta
Grade school.
grade
Mga
school Claret.
simula 2002 hanggang 2010 kami nag-start magkakilala talaga. Tapos later years, tapos yun.
Here we are, right? Tayo naman yung kausap
Oo
eh.
nga eh.
Anyway, for those listening, for my 85 followers on Spotify, kasi because I'm trying to increase that Spotify following kasi kasi na-monitor mo na ngayon sa Anchor eh. Anyway,
Hmm.
think you guys will be able to see Carl hopefully every week. So medyo tinatali ko na siya every week. Ngayon lang niya nalaman to, hindi ko sinasabi to kanina. But it's fun. I mean, I'm sure he's gonna have fun here. Chill lang naman to. It's like conversation between two friends. And so for him, it's something out of the medium, yung writing. Ito, more of daldalan talaga yan.
Hmm.
Maglalabas kami na, not sama ng loob, but more of mga thoughts lang na, mga thoughts lang namin na unfiltered kasi it's my podcast and I can say whatever I want here.
Hmm.
And
And we love
pero
that.
so kung may may inis sa ano namin sa comments, please comment para may engagement. Okay, Carl. So what we prepared for you guys is first on the NCAA finals. So again, lalagay ko tong mga timestamp na to by the time we get to YouTube kasi yung timestamp na wala naman ganoon sa Spotify, I think. But yeah, yun.
Hmm.
So NCAA finals, Carl. I just wanna ask first, may ano yung na-follow mo sa NCAA finals? 'Cause I'm sure as a writer, you go through a lot of topics and everything. Na-assign ka ba dito? Or do you have to write for the NCAA finals?
Since kasi well, honestly, I haven't been following in the NCAA finals as much as I wanted to. I can
Mm,
be honest about that kasi ang focus ko talaga is international news. Pero
yeah.
pag may local news kagaya nito kunwari, NCAA or UAAP especially, nag-cover ako especially ng UAAP this season eh. So, NCAA not much kasi medyo tied up din ako this season kasi ang daming events internationally. Malapit na mag-playoffs sa NBA, yung mga ganung bagay. Tapos may NFL pa akong binabantayan. So it has been hard to keep up with the NCAA. Pero if there's one thing to note about the recently concluded NCAA final,
Yan.
it's that malupit yung Andy Gemao eh.
Si
Gemao
Andy
ba?
oo.
Hemao?
Hemao,
Hemao
si
ba?
Andy
Hemao,
Hemao.
sorry.
No
Oo.
problem bro. Actually ako, aminin ko rin. Sinabi ko, I had a interview with Andy and
Mm.
sabi namin ko sa kanya na I just found out about you because of the NCAA season, regular season, and that's because ano nga, GMA really did a good job of
Yep.
doing free streaming. 'Di ba? I
Agree.
mean, hindi natin makikilala sina Andy Hemao, SJ Moore,
Mm.
sina sina ano to, sina Rubik, Matthew Rubico,
Mm.
the LSGH Twin Towers. I have no idea kung sino yung mga yon prior to entering the regular season. Kasi aminin ko UAP boy ako. Si Carl
Mm.
din.
Oo naman.
So nung 'di ba? Kasi nung nagka-free streaming yung NC, ako parang sige, pagbigyan ko na nga. Parang
Siyempre.
sige, I'll watch
Oo.
kasi na-miss ko basketball eh. So
Yep.
watching and watching and I was like, ang galing ng juniors this year. And
Totoo yan.
pinag-aagawan na nga, 'di ba? Pinag-aagawan na yung mga players na yun
Oo.
ngayon.
Oh,
May,
which we
may
will talk about later on. Kasi.
Oo. The concept of not agaw but recruitment, the right term.
Recruitment.
Ayoko ma-cancel.
Yon.
I want to have a job one day in the NCAA or UAAP. So I'm gonna use the right terms, everybody.
Mm.
So ayun. Sa NCAA finals, ako kikwento, Carl. So basically sa
Mm.
Andy Himao, 16-year-old, finals MVP.
Yep.
Tapos yung most of the conversation centered around his athleticism. And yun nga, when I had a conversation with him, na-mention at 14 years old pa lang, nagpa-plyometrics na siya, everyday training. Meron siyang regimen of running. From the running, paakyat sa yung mga bundok. So they're
Oo.
running 10 kilometers. Paakyat.
Mm.
So
Mm.
everyday daw yun. Tapos after daw mag-running, may online class. And then my gym. My gym. This is one day It's all in one day.
Mm.
Gym from 1 to 3. Tapos matutulog daw 3 to 5. Tapos may workout siya. Tapos may open runs daw siya with his dad at night. Halos every day. For a 14-year-old kid. Ano ba ginagawa mo ng 14 years
Grabe.
old ka?
At 14, nag-ano lang ako, nag-try out pa ako for the basketball team kaso
Ako rin,
natanggap ko na
nagka-try out
hindi
ako
ako ano eh.
dati.
Hindi ako pang varsity eh.
Ako rin, at 14 na-realize ko na I should stick to just watching sports.
ako doon ko na-realize na parang medyo wala yatang patutunguhan tong pangangarap natin ng paglalaro. So might as well magsulat na lang tayo about it, cover it na lang. So okay, pero with regards to Andy Hemao's routine, grabe ha. That's kasi I think isa sa mga pinaka-overlook na topics or mga aspects of being an athlete is, lalo na at his age, yung pagiging student part. Kasi,
Mm.
syempre, everyone wants the fame. Gusto mo sumikat, you want to reach
Yes,
the highest
exactly.
highs of basketball and whatever sport it is, regardless of what your sport is. Pero, when you're that young, to be that focused on balancing your career as an athlete and also as a student, most especially kasi let's be real, let's be honest here kasi not everyone who is a student athlete will have that opportunity to succeed in the higher levels or in the highest levels
For
kasi
sure.
ano yan
Minsan,
eh,
oh.
competition yan eh. Hindi guaranteed yung spot mo in the future. So, alam mo yun, kasi for example, you get this one massive injury na magdederail sa career mo.
Oh.
Ano fallback plan mo? It's not that I'm saying na masama na maging focus ka sa pagiging athlete part. It's just that at your age, at 14, 15, 16, get an education. It's not a bad thing. May opportunity kayo that a lot of people would wish to have, na may scholarships kayo, you have all of this help surrounding you. So for him to do that at his age, I'm very, very happy to hear. Kasi, we need those types of role models, especially for the younger generation. Kasi you can't just put all of your eggs in one basket, sabi nga nila. You're young, you take advantage of what gifts that you have. Magaling ka with sports, do what you love. Pero at the same time, you also have to learn na sports is not forever. Hindi siya
Not for
guaranteed
everyone
at
as
all.
well.
not for everyone as well. And I've seen that a lot of times throughout my life,
Mm.
especially in college. I have a lot of friends na were hoping to be in Team A, pero na-stuck sila sa Team B forever. Or hindi sila umabot ng team kasi may ganito nangyari sa kanila, may injury sa tuhod or whatever. So, alam mo yun, the education part is important. Kaya, Andy, bro, sobrang saludo
Sobrang
ako sa'yo.
saludo dun. Sobrang saludo talaga sa sacrifice.
Respeto yun.
And na-mention niya, Carl, in
Hmm.
in my conversation with him, na a lot of times he wanted to quit.
Hmm.
So we wouldn't see the Andy Gemao that we were seeing nung NCAA finals, yung regular season, if he quit, right? So sometimes talaga na minsan hindi mo makita daw. Sabi niya hindi niya nakita yung results for the first 6 months. Feel niya walang patutunguhan. And then I think someday the result just started showing up. For some, I think it could be 6 months like him. For some, a year. Some 2 years. So, I think yung message lang natin dyan, Carl, is just keep the fight, right? Talagang
Yeah,
persige lang,
ano
especially
lang.
if you love something.
If
Parang
if
ikaw
you
sa
know that you
pagmamahal,
can
no?
do it, eh. Let's not go into my very, very terrible love life. Let's not go there muna. Hindi, pero with regards to Andy, that's really great to hear. I'm very,
Oo.
very, very, very happy to hear that. Kasi understated talaga yung value of education. Especially in these days na pwede ka sumikat off of TikTok or Twitter or social media or
Mm.
whatever that is, tapos you're going to quit school to pursue that. So, may hindi naman sama-sama yung loob ko. It's more of parang sayang yung opportunity. You're in a good school, you're in school, at the very least, you're in school. Sobrang privilege na yan as is.
Mm.
So you have to take those privileges that you have. Tapos, kung may mag-look up man sa'yo through your social media career or whatever else that you do, alam mo yun, may pwedeng i-base sa'yo yung mga tao. There's something very, tawag dito, something very respectable. Kumbaga, no, na parang you're in school, you're studying also, pero you're also playing a sport. It's a very, very big deal. It's a privilege and it's a blessing of all kinds. So you take that with what you have. That's a setup for a good life, honestly.
Yeah, and may mga rumors na on top of everything that Carl said, may mga rumors na may plans to go to the US and everything. I mean, go do you, bro. I mean, kung yun yung best journey for you, I mean, wag ka ma-intimidate yung mga past failures na nangyari. I mean, Kobe Paras did it first. No,
Hmm.
actually, Kiefer did it first. Yung mga
Kiefer did
memory
it first.
namin, guys,
Yeah,
hindi pa kayo matanda. So, yung mga memory namin is Kiefer, Kobe Paras. So, mga nag-US, yun yung mga well-known. Kai
sila.
Sotto, those three, right?
Technically si Bobby Ray din for
Oh,
a
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. Si
Pero
Bobby Ray, mga nag-Texas,
oo,
Texas D-League yun, di ba? Yung
oo.
Legends.
Yep.
So, I mean, so, just know who your circle is and as long as they support you, then go ahead lang.
Hmm.
And for Lasal naman, solid
Hmm.
yung Gagate at si Pablo, those are the Twin Towers. Talagang just what do you call this? Kinulan na talaga ng support sa other players of LSGH. But
Hmm.
with a talented team like Letran na isa lang doon magagraduate sa core na yun, bro. Isa,
Talaga?
isa lang
Oh
magagraduate
my
doon
God.
sa Letran team na tumalo sa kanila. So I was thinking,
Eesh.
okay, this Letran team must be old.
Hmm.
These guys may be initial thinking ito heading to
Hmm.
the finals. Kailangan ko pa siya alam, 'di ba? I'm new to the
Hmm.
NCAA because of the coverage. Great job ulit on the
So ano
coverage.
talaga, hands
Sobrang
down
hands
decision.
down 'yun. That's the way
Respeto yun.
to because the NCAA has always been behind
Oo.
the UAP in terms of coverage, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get
Yep.
there. Anyway, for Gagate and Pablo, the MVP tapos isa parang defensive player of the year candidate pa kasi grabe silang dalawa. But ultimately, I mean, so it was a great fought match between the two and we wish nothing but the best for the
Hmm.
LSGH guys na marami mag-graduate already committing to schools. So, makakalaban ng alma mater natin yan, Carl. Pero,
Oo.
let's see how everything goes. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Yep.
Anyway, talk about the NBTC tournament which just ended last Sunday. And I just want to talk about Jared Bahay, bro. Like, si Jared, uh, nakilala ko lang siya because of Batang Gilas.
Hmm.
I was like, sino ba to bata na to na kasing galing ni Mason Amos. Yung in-sync sila eh.
Oo,
Who's this
totoo.
Jared Bahay kid? Ang galing maghanap ng players and everything. So, there's a reason why he's the #1 ranked high school player, right, Carl?
Mhm. And then alam mo yun, yung Jared Bahay, it's a name that is very familiar with Ateneo fans. Kasi syempre, you look towards the future, nawala si SJ. May mga ano tayo, may mga butas tayo sa point guard, sa guard depth natin as well. Pero when you look at Jared Bahay, ano siya eh, unassuming superstar siya, I would say. Parang he's very reluctant to take on the role of a superstar. Pero pag nakita mo siya maglaro, malupit yung bata eh. If I remember correctly, nag-31 points ba siya with 8 threes yata in one of the NBTC games.
Oh.
If I remember correctly, ha. Kasi
Tama.
sabog na rin memory ko.
Hindi, tama yan. That's exactly right.
Oo.
Oo.
I'm not surprised, honestly. Kasi there's been a lot of hype behind him. Kaya may rason kung bakit #1 yung bata eh. Alam mo
There's a
yun?
reason why.
There's a reason why eh. So you can't deny that. You can't take that away from him. Tapos
Eh,
when you move on to his tag team partner pa ako, no? You bring in Raffy Celis into the conversation. You have a very, 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 very beautiful duo to watch out for in Sacred Heart School now.
Yeah, and si Raffy Celis. Sana mag-Ateneo ka, bro, kasi medyo naawa. Medyo hindi ako naawa, pero medyo hindi ko alam ano nangyayari sa recruitment namin, ha. Like this is just a fan na nagsasalita, pero hindi ko alam ano nangyayari sa recruitment. I mean, okay, Mason Amos, okay, that's one.
Yep.
Sean Tuano, that's two. Sino pa?
Yes. Ano eh, basta ano yan, we'll delve into that more later. Kasi I think there are a couple of points that we have to talk about.
Yan.
Pero,
It's more ano lang.
alam mo yun,
Ito yung,
masaya siya eh. Masaya yung recruitment part of it all eh. Pero I'll reserve that for later. Pero going back to Raffy Celis nga, athletic yung bata eh. Like, you cannot deny na may passion siya, may height siya. Okay, that's a given. Pero when you mix in yung skills, kahit let's say medyo raw pa siya. Kasi I watched one of the highlights na medyo iffy pa ako personally with how he's handling the passes. Medyo may DeAndre Ayton moment siya when it comes to handling the ball.
disgruntled Suns fan.
Oo, medyo masama loob ko eh. Pero
I think KD will be back though, di ba? Babalik naman si KD.
Yeah, he'll be back around siguro. Around the last week na yan siguro of the season. Tune up na lang naman yan. So, yun nga. With regards to Celis, I like the kid. I really like him. I like what I'm seeing. There's a little more to develop, especially with his hands. Pero with what he's got and with the guard that he has na in Bahay, that's a very formidable duo for Sacred Heart School.
Lakas sila. They went toe to toe with NU. Grabe yun, di ba? Considering na, I mean, people would say, this is the perfect segue by the way. People would say na Reinhard Humamoy should be #1, right? But people don't realize that Humamoy is way older than Bahay. Malayo, 2-3 years? 2-3 years older than Jared. Mga ganon. 2-3 years.
Ganun.
Kasi Reinhard's graduating. Bahay has 1 more year in high school. So, in terms of years like that matters, di ba, Carl? Especially yung development stage na yun.
Yeah.
And,
ano siya kasi, I think, sorry, sisingit ko na lang din.
Go.
I think with regards kay Reinhard Umamay kasi, ang biggest na naging obstacle sa kanya was he grew up in the COVID era, kumbaga. Alam mo yun? Malaking bagay eh. Kaya they would say siguro may bias towards Ateneo kasi si Bahay. Pero at the same time, we have to remember si Reinhard. He didn't have that much exposure that Bahay has now. Kasi you miss a couple of games, you miss a season or two due to the pandemic happening. And alam mo yun, talagang i-underestimate ka ng mga tao eh. So, pero for him to come out the most outstanding player, that's very, very, that's very credible of him. That's very, it speaks a lot to his character, honestly.
And Carl, kita mo nung kalaban nila yung Philab Nation Select. Ang dami niya mga drives na iniitsa nila yung bola. Pumapasok. I think there were 3 and 1 place na parang ganun yung nangyari. There were 3 guys in the paint. Doon si Alter. nandun minsan sina Calum and Alter in the paint. Wala pa kasi yung mami, aatakihin niya, finish with the left, makuhulog, tapos end one. Sabi ko, grabe to si
Malapit
Umami.
yung bata eh. Malapit, hindi siya
5'11 lang
bata
yan,
sa
ah.
game. Oh, ano
5'11 yan, ah.
kasi, that's where, yun yung sinasabi natin ng Pilipino na doon pumapasok yung puso aspect of it all, no? So,
Yung puso aspect na yan,
mama
yeah.
eh. 5'11 ka, doesn't matter, may puso ako eh. So, Reinhard, ano yun? That's credits to you, bro. Very good job.
And just
Very good job.
for people who cheering Reinhard Umamoy for the first time, it's triple, I mean, summarize natin si Reinhard. Triple-double machine. King Bulldog. Tama ba yung term? So, para siya yung, basta siya, di ba may King Eagle,
Basta, tama.
may King Tiger.
Mm.
King Bulldog na lang sa Bullpup, King Bullpup.
King Bullpup,
And not much weaknesses in his game for Reinhard. I mean, shooting could be better, but that's nitpicking na at this point. Ibang klase talaga siya, and nag-commit na ba siya, Carl? Did you say anything about?
As far as I've heard, wala pa naman. Pero wala rin akong, ang curious nga about him, wala akong naririnig na rumors eh. Usually at this point, may
Usually pag wala ka naririnig, usually pag may naririnig ka, it means he's moving. But if you don't hear anything, it makes he's staying.
Oo eh. I wouldn't be surprised if Enyo kept him or if he stays.
I won't be surprised then.
I wouldn't be surprised with it.
Wala na sina Steve Nash eh. Diba?
Valuable piece yan eh. You keep your homegrown talent eh. Yun talaga yung number one goal as best as you can. Recruitment, sure.
Yeah, and dyan magaling si Jeff Napa. Keeping his guys intact. Yep. So far, ganun nakita natin.
Exactly.
He's like, I don't wanna say na he's like a mini Goldwyn, but he is his own person na in terms of recruitment naman, in terms of homegrown din. Okay rin si Jeff Napa. Diba? Kasi he's been like sa NU talaga, how valuable is. Pag-uusapan siya sa in different podcasts na Jeff Napa is the X factor for NU, not the players, but it's their coach that changes everything. Because di ba, Carl, dun sa 4 na Final 4 last year, season 85, Jeff Napa yung main difference kung bakit nakaano yung NU eh. Kasi di ba hindi pa, I mean, baklaan is a star, but he's not there yet. Diba?
Yes. I would agree. And ano eh, I think isa sa mga pinaka underrated aspects ng NU is ano sila eh, willing sila to buy into whatever Jeff Napa is telling them. Alam mo yun, may coach ka pero minsan the words just don't get to the team. Hindi isinasa puso kumbaga ng players. Pero what you saw with NU this past season, honestly hindi namin sila pinig as a Final 14 initially.
Wala, I didn't think I would.
Hindi namin
Lasal yung fourth.
Pero as soon as we saw yung games nila with Ateneo, with Lasal, with UP,
they beat Ateneo. Did they beat Ateneo twice or 1-1? 1-1.
1-1 lang yata.
1-1. Ateneo natalo nila second round ata.
When I saw, nung nakita ko yun, sobrang gulat ako. I was like, okay, medyo for real tong Bulldogs na to. It's not even a joke anymore. Hindi mo na pwede sabihin, hindi ko sila kilala. Wala sa pangalan kasi minsan eh. Alam mo yun, minsan wala
underrated
sa pangalan
yun.
lahat eh. Exactly.
I mean, underrated yun. Like sa Ateneo, di ba? What do we know about Kitaba? It's a system, di ba? So, na-transform niya Ateneo into a powerhouse team. Considering tayo yung quote-unquote underdog. I mean, underdog kami pero para lang dun sa mga magagalit sa amin. Quote-unquote underdog. Kasi very subjective. Very subjective term. Pero ayun, it's the system for the Bulldogs, no, Carl?
Yeah. Ano siya eh, it's when you have a point guard na parang si Steve Nash Enriquez, beautiful name by the way.
Idol ko yun.
Sobrang fan ko si Steve Nash Enriquez. Sobrang idol ko siya, and at the same time, alam mo, the way he runs the point ng UAAP season 85. Nung nanonood kami ng games live sa MOA,
stop and pop na.
Malupit siya.
Push yung tira eh.
other than maganda yung buhok niya.
Flowing locks.
And ang galing niya. Sobrang enamored kami sa kanya. Parang, saan ang galing yung laro niya na yan?
Anong height niya, Carl? 5'7"? 5'8"? 5'7"?
Siguro mga, sabihin natin conservative, siguro 5'8", 5'7".
5'8", 5'7". Grabe. How to be a person like that, no?
Ano yan eh. Meron talaga, minsan may mga blessings ka ni Lord eh. So,
pero, naghahanap ako ng highlights kay Steve Nash. Nakita ko yung mga training regimen nila, ina-upload nila sa YouTube. Sabi ko, iba talaga dedication ng mga to. That's what separates the 5'7" guys like him from the 5'5", 5'7", 5'8" people like us, no? Yung
It really does.
dedication na gising ng 7, tapos may routine na. I'm like, kudos talaga to the players.
Totoo. Totoo.
Si NBTC again. I mean, we're done with Reiner Humama. We want to see him in the seniors. Makita natin yan for sure. And since you're not transferring, since you're staying with your school, walang ano yan. Walang kahit anong 1-year residency or anything.
Hopefully staying. I want to see more of you.
Staying.
I want to see more of you sa NU with under Jeff Napa.
Yeah, pero pag wala talagang rumor, nagsistay ba kayo rin?
Oo, usually ganyan naman yun.
Usually ganyan yung trend.
Oo. Pero
walang,
alam mo yun, you'll never know until the time comes, kumbaga.
Baka mapahiya tayo next week na parang, Carl, mali ata sinabi.
Parang, baka ma-call out ako nito At Black Mambito 24. Umalis naman pala si Reinhardt, sira ulo ka ba? Problema yun.
Okay, sa NBTC, we picked out players, guys. That's why kasi ang daming teams eh. So we can possibly talk about all the games, but we're just talking about the players that stuck with me the most. Sa amin ni Carl. Next was si JJ Mandaquit. Ito si JJ, bro. Team USA in-invite sa minicamp ng under 18 nila or under 16. Basta to be invited in a Team USA minicamp is already a milestone in itself. And
yun nga eh. I think sorry, nawala yung train of thought ko, pero bigla ko lang naalala ulit. I think si JJ Mandaquit naging name siya with most Filipino fans nung I think kung tama siya ba siya yung kinalaban ni Bronny in one of their games. I remember correctly. I'm very sure. I think I'm very sure na yun.
Si JJ Mandaquit nga yun.
Tama.
Yung may picture pa viral pa yun eh. Parang na-highlight ng mga ibang content creators na pinahiya si Bronny. Hindi naman, but he was able to keep up with the 5-star prospect right now, diba? 5-star prospect si Bronny.
Yep. As far as I know.
So that means something. That means something. Yeah. The fact to be invited in Team USA.
At saka may siya eh. Kung tama ako, may passport na yata siya. I think
Nako.
I think may passport na siya before 16.
I don't know, but I need to check. Yan yung mga extra research.
If I'm correct na may passport siya before 16. We have a Gilas men's team prospect for the future.
Pero natin si tatag ko si Coach Enzo Flojo dito sa episode na to. Look for the timestamp and Coach Enzo, please confirm if my Gilas passport na not Gilas passport, if my Philippine passport na si JJ Mandaquit. I hope, not saying na hopefully doesn't get picked sa Team USA, no, but we need guys like you in Gilas.
Yeah. Tsaka kung nagkamali man ako sa sinabi ko, Sir Enzo, sorry. Wag mo akong batukan. Kasi si Sir Enzo, yan eh. Aside na lang to. Side kwento na lang.
Go, para
si Sir Enzo kasi high school teacher ko siya.
English.
So, English teacher
English. Nag-sub sa amin yan one time.
Yun, kita mo. So, alam mo. Tapos na nakwento niya sa amin na, may basketball page ako. Nagtanong ako, sir, pwede ba ako magsulat for your page? Pwede ba ako mag-contribute? So dun yun yung naging roots ko, kumbaga, sa sports writing. So, Sir Enzo, huwag ka magalit sa akin kung manilibo ko. Ano lang yun? Sabihin na natin, bali-balita ko lang yun. Hindi ko na double check before jumping onto the podcast. So, sorry kung mali ako. Sorry kung umasa yung ibang fans. So, sa akin yun, mali ko yun.
Yeah, when we're going to the experts, diba? At least ina-acknowledge na. Si Coach Enzo is actually part of the Batang Gilas under 16 coaches. So, when it comes to credibility, Coach Enzo talaga, or Sir Enzo as we know him, because he was my substitute teacher for English for a week. Carl, naging prof niya talaga. Naging teacher niya talaga siguro. And then yun.
Buong second year yun. Buong second year.
Sa amin second year din, pero yung sub nga lang.
Ayun, sayang.
Anyway, with JJ Mandaquit, game niya, I really like his game. Not saying the same height sila ni Jason Tatum, but he has that flair that Tatum has. Yung mga, meron siya, yung against NU in the finals, yung mga stop and pop niya sa mid-range, ang ganda ng lift-off niya, maganda yung shot niya, and he's very comfortable. And 16-year-old lang yun.
Yun nga
16 lang yun.
Hindi ko alam kung ano
Polished.
iniinom ng mga batang to eh. To
Oo.
be at their age, to be that polished. Tapos sabi mo na, I think 6'2 ba siya or 6'3 around that height. Men, wing player na pwedeng guardia when needed.
Mm.
Hey, JJ Mandaquit.
Please consider, this is a plea.
I like his game. I like his game as well. Malapit yung bata na.
Lastly, a person I always wanted to talk about is SJ Moore. And I wouldn't be exposed to SJ Moore. Kami ni Carl, we wouldn't be exposed to SJ Moore if hindi na siya napanood on YouTube. Mga games nila sa GMA Sports TV. And grabe, parang high flyer. I mean, I gets ko yung Jalen Green comparison aside from the ayun.
Okay lang yan.
Aside from the looks, but he has that flair, no? The way he glides in the air. The defensive potential is also there. Nakita yung mga blocks niya during the NBTC as well, and yung mga chase down blocks sa NCAA. He may effort to steals and blocks. He's there, and yun yung kay Andrew, parang more of Andrew Wiggins pa more than Jalen Green, because Jalen Green right now isn't isn't exactly a defensive player.
That's the word. Yun ang gusto
Yeah.
natin marinig.
Yeah.
Hindi, pero I think with SJ Moore, I think ang pinaka-apt comparison niya for me, the way I saw him play, at least sa mga games that I was able to catch, ano siya eh, very Shannon Brown-ish siya. Very athletic, very explosive. At the same time, merong three, not super reliable, pero meron. He can grab the steal, he can get the block. So very very two-way player siya, and that's underrated siya. Hindi siya underrated nga ngayon eh. Very important part siya of the game today kasi with SJ Moore, you can see athletic siya. So what do you do with
He
the
glides,
athleticism?
grabe.
I-refine mo na lang eh. You just have to refine it. Yung layups and acrobatic. Just have to refine it, get some guard skills into him. That's a very, very lethal young kid, honestly. Exciting siya.
Francis Lopez or SJ Moore at the same age?
Ayoko ng ganitong tanong.
Yan yung mga... Diba? It just... Ngayon lang pumasok sa utak ko while we were talking about
Actually,
it. Because Francis Lopez was the last guy na we have seen like this. But di ako sure if Francis Lopez had the same defensive instinct ni SJ Moore. So, it's a debate that
we'll find out.
Mag-meet kayo sa UAAP. Actually, hindi ako sure kung ano pa yung confirmation regarding kay SJ Moore sa UST. But we're gonna yun yung rumor ngayon.
Talaga?
Yun yung rumor ngayon. So again, we're saying it's a rumor, we're not saying it's confirmed. But the rumor right now is that SJ Moore will join Nick Cabanero and CJ Lane. And but basically si Nick Cabanero, CJ Lane, Nick Cabanero, SJ Moore. That's their big three for next year. So for sure it's gonna be a key cog for the Tigers in the get-go. We'll learn a lot from the Puso. Ano yung Puso Pride Palaban?
Puso Pride Palaban eh.
Ni Coach Pido. Lupit talaga ng Puso Pride Palaban. Sabi na itong PPP na doon. Puso Pride Palaban. Nasa whiteboard niya rin yun. He has that UST whiteboard that he brings during his PBA games in. If you check his whiteboard, UST. Puso Pride Palaban. Kasi may nag-zoom in na cameraman doon. Sabi, Puso Pride Palaban. Dala niya pa rin.
Kasi naman yung cameraman na yan, dapat na-erase ka, bro. Malapit yan. Good catch yun.
Oo, good catch yun.
Good catch yun.
Alam mo, fina-follow niya yung UST program eh. No? Puso. Actually, Coach Bido is not just known for his coach, not just known for his coaching, but he was an ex-player. Nakilala rin siya dun. So, SJ Moore, really athletic. We can't wait to see you in the UAAP if dun ka mag-end up.
If dun ka nga mag-end up. Allegedly, according to the rumors, na ngayon ko lang narinig, apparently, na pupunta ka nga ng Espanya. Kung nasa Espanya ka man, if matutuloy yun, there's going to be something very special waiting for you. Nick Cabanero, I've been a fan of him since his first game na nagwala siya.
Passionate player. Very passionate player.
Very passionate. But match sila ni SJ, if SJ Moore, if he
SJ
does
is
decide.
SJ looks like the yin and yang to Nick, because Nick looks
Mm.
like he plays angry. But I meant that
Ah.
in a good way.
Mm.
Like you play angry, you
Gigil siya
play
kumbaga.
gigil like Kobe.
Mm.
May gigil. Ganun. Tapos si SJ, when I see him, so he's smiling, like dun sa mga regular season games, meron siyang miss layup, ngingiti siya. Pero hindi parang they balance each other out. So I feel like if nasa UST ka, you and Nick Cabanero would, as of now, look like you guys match together. Like so far in terms of personality, and an added scoring option and defensive player that USC desperately needs.
Yep.
Especially disaster of a season last year.
They
Kala
need
ko,
all the help that they can get. So, kung totoo man, edi good job on the UST recruitment team. Ano yan? Palakpak yun from me. Pero kung hindi, edi let's see where it goes. Let's see.
Puso Pride
Interesting.
palaban.
Puso Pride palaban.
I love that.
Naman, eh.
I love that mantra. Hindi yun patawa, guys. I just love the mantras. We love yung mga stuff like that. It makes us Filipinos. What the things that we get attached to.
Ay, nakakatawa kasi yung mga ganyan ka-corny. It's it's looked down
Napapagmahal
upon.
ako.
No, parang, man, ano ba ba?
I like it. Oh.
Diba, parang, ano ba, what's wrong with being corny as a coach? Coach ka eh. Alam mo yun, if that's the way you can relate to your players or you can get your players to listen to you, why not, diba? Parang, anong problema dun kung nakikinig sila sa sinasabi mo with keywords as puso, diba? Diba,
Puso Pride palaban, the best.
Sobrang lupit eh.
I don't mind losing to UST if I'm against a coach like that. I'm like, sige. And marinig ulit yung Go Uste.
Pride, eh.
To hear that once again.
Yep. Ito na lang,
Intimidating.
side comment
Intimidating. Go.
Side comment na lang with regards to the Go Uste chants. That's the one chant that you will never, ever, 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 ever want to hear inside the Araneta Coliseum.
Pag full
the
pack playoff game.
Men, nung side content na rin. Nung nanood kami ng UAAP volleyball sa women's kasi napanood namin yung first set ng USD versus NU. Very, very talked about game. Men, yung Go Uste nila halos lang yun, partida, wala pang gen ad halos yun. Karamihan sa kanila nasa lower and upper boxes.
Intimidating, no? At the fact, hindi rin siya intimidating. It's like para siyang hypnosis na mapapag-go-uste ka na rin. Hindi naman tayo UST Parang,
hindi, basta kailangan gawin eh.
Ikaw gaganon ka na rin eh. Diba, aminin mo, nung sa mga Araneta Ateneo UST games, in time pa ni na Slaughter, Kiefer, tapos go-uste, pati ikaw, sige, ako na rin.
May inis ka eh. May inis ka kasi ang ganda pakinggan.
Kasi very, pinag-isipan na
rinig mo siya the whole place. Kahit hindi ka, at kahit kalahati na sila ng Araneta or even less than half, pag nag-start yung Go Uste na yun, might as well just shut up na lang. Panoorin nyo na lang. Enjoy it. Just enjoy it. It's an experience. Kung hindi nyo pa napapanood live, you should try. Watch a USD game live. Honestly.
Especially with your team getting SJ Moore. So, I mean,
allegedly.
Anyway, from the UAAP, we're heading towards to Japan, but not to talk about our Japan boys na nandun, like Dwight Kiefer. We're gonna talk about Kai Sotto, Hiroshima Flying Dragons, like that's his team sa Hiroshima.
Dragonflies
ba? Basta yun, Hiroshima.
Dragonflies.
Hiroshima Fly Dragons. Hiroshima
Fly Dragons, ha? Okay lang yan.
Not a Japan expert. Anyway, yes. Grabe, okay yung 3 straight games, really encouraging. Actually, first game niya medyo, kasi para 2 rebounds ang ata siya, not what you expect from a 7'3" guy. Yeah. But he has rebounded. And the fact na nanalo yung teams niya. 3-1 sila. And the fact na they have a positive record. He's playing for a winning team. Like I think sa 27-11. Compared to the other stars na sa Japan na Kiefer, starting point guard or one of the lead guards for Shiga. Not really a good record. Same with 30 and White. Hindi ganun kataas yung record ng mga teams. So for Kai, he's playing in a team na kailangan talaga siya. He's being used. What do you think about this move to Japan from Australia? Do you like it so far? 4
Honestly,
games pa lang.
honestly, I'm happy with it kasi
Mm.
nakikita ko with how the Dragonflies use him. Kasi syempre based on the highlights lang makanood ng kay Sotto game kasi
Yeah, highlights din
wala.
naman.
On a normal day, pagod na ako. So, totoo lang.
Mm.
Pero pero when it comes to Kai, looking at his stats right now, so first game loss, the next three is a win. So the first game is he scored 10 points. The second game 20, the next one 21, and the next 14. I think that's a good I think that's something good
It's
for
really
him.
good. And this play, and yun nga, no, yung confidence sa starter minutes. And gets ko naman na people would say, okay, NBL, Australia, dyan galing sila Melo, ang dami ng mga ex-NBA players who came from there. But in the end, I think thinking about Kai Sotto's mindset, it's more of, I need my reps. I'm young. I need to get my confidence from the games. And sadly, hindi nabigay ng, ng team niya yun dun. Adelaide. So, gets ko. At first, I didn't get it. But when I saw na he's playing significant minutes for Hiroshima, I'm like, okay, fine. Even though the league in Japan is lower compared to NBL.
I think add ko na lang din dun kasi with regards to the move from NBL to Japan, very highly scrutinized siya, especially among
Very.
Pinoy fans. Pero the one thing that Pinoy fans tend to forget, B-League to Japan to Mas speed to ni Kai. Mas ramdam niya yung Asian game for the most part. Kasi atin yan Pinoy yan Nasa Asia yan, malamang. Hindi naman sa he would rather, pero I would say na yung best opportunity niya to shine and get those NBA scouts on him is through Japan. Let's say NBL maganda talaga yung opportunities na there. Pero like you said, wala siyang chances to play. Anong gagawin? Anong gagawin niya? Might as well maghintay na lang ako kasi nasa NBA ako. No. Nag-offer yung Hiroshima Dragonflies Why wouldn't you take that kung player ka talaga na aspiring for NBA?
Yeah, bata pa
Sayang
naman. And, di ba? I mean, kung
Oh,
hindi siya mag-enter sa NBA, edi EuroLeague. Di ba?
oh.
Like, in the end naman, well, for us, I'm thinking of how can you contribute sa national team. And of course, in development niya sa player.
Mm, mm,
So, may EuroLeague, that's not exactly a bad landing spot, right?
Oo. Oo naman. Kasi I think, pag sinabi mo kasi EuroLeague over NBA, parang, ha? NBA na yun Pero at the same time, you have to remember, pagdating sa draft, 60 players lang yan. There's only 60 players out of, teka, ilan ba yung last draft? Parang out of
300,
500 or
500,
300
400, 500 applicants
applicants na
maybe. Oh,
nagpa-draft. Parang, alam mo ba kung gaano ka-konti yung chances mo of
hirap.
getting into the NBA? Hindi siya madali And one thing, nasa NBA D-League na siya He had that opportunity. He could have chosen to stay. Kasi kung really, kung sobrang focused siya towards the NBA goal, he would not have come here for Gilas. Pero I would understand Kai as well na he wouldn't want to let his fellow Pinoys down. Kaya siya umuwi. I can't
Hirap,
fault him
no?
for that.
Hirap for him.
I can't fault him for that. Pero at the same time, mapapaisip pa parang, shucks, sayang, nandun na ako Nasa D-League ka na You were getting the reps that you would need to get into the pros. Pero as we said, wala, tapos na You have to move on. So nandito na siya sa next step ng kanyang career of hopefully getting into the NBA. Pero if he doesn't get into the NBA, I'm not mad. I wouldn't be mad for Kai. I'm happy that he looks really happy right now based sa mga posts pangungulit niya sa Instagram. I've been following his stories. Puro
Oh,
kalokohan
nakasunod na siya sa meme niya yung yung munggo.
Oo.
Kinomment niya. Sabi ko, okay, I think nakikiride na siya dun sa
Tanggap na
meme
niya
na
yun.
yun.
Tanggap na niya Tanggap
Oh.
na niya. Finally.
So,
Wala.
still a lot of games for Japan. I think they're
Mm.
playing 60 plus games. I'm not
Yeah.
saying 60 plus remaining. I'm saying na
Mm.
in a season sa Japan it's 60 plus. I heard dun sa podcast ni Kiefer at ni Hope Junkie. So, they also started their own podcast. So,
Uy, nice.
syempre, those two big personalities, right? So, and Kiefer plays in Japan. So, obviously, he
Yeah.
knows what he's talking
He would
about.
know. He would know it best than us.
Oh, exactly. Oh, anyway, can't wait for Kai Sotto to do more damage in Japan. You're playing for a
Yeah.
strong team, a playoff team. So most likely, all eyes on you when the playoffs start since yung mga teams ng other players, ng other Pinoy players, not really good. So,
Pero at the same time, kay Soto nakikita ko yung post game mo bro. Medyo nagiging refined ka
Ooh.
Quiet ka lang dyan, pero wala masyadong hype, pero nakikita ko yun.
Naayos, no? Yung post-game.
Yun talaga yung magiging bread and butter niya moving forward.
Tapos yung
Hindi
shooting
siya
na lang to
pwede yung...
complement. Yung shooting will just
Yep.
complement na lang. Parang to just stretch the defense and add a
Mm.
little wrinkle to his game. Doesn't have, doesn't,
The shooting will come. The shooting will come. Hindi problema.
si Brook Lopez took a while.
Yep.
Di ba?
Mm. Yep.
So, and how old is si Lopez? 34? 33?
Yeah.
Matanda na si Lopez.
That's a career to be proud of.
And you're
Bro.
only 20? 21?
Mm.
Basta, still a lot for
Yep.
Sotto.
Yep.
And now we're gonna talk about a topic na to some people not really doesn't concern you, but for us na content creators, for me I'm a content creator, Carl's a writer, and being there in the arena, and for those people na who love to post about the clips of the games of the UAAP, we're just gonna focus on the UAAP here kasi UAAP released a media policy.
Yep.
Not UAP, Signal?
UAP Media Team.
Yun. Na-address yung UAP Media Team about some restrictions that will happen sa ongoing dito ngayon sa season 85 and I think beyond. So, when I first saw it, sabi ko, wait, makaka-post pa ba ako ng clips? Makaka-post pa ba ako ng mga commentary ko? Or else, or maka-flag ako? Kasi yun yung issue right now. And mahirap yun kasi ngayon kasi to add some context sa FIBA, like something out of very strict ang FIBA sa pag gawa ng commentary kasi sila nagba-ban they take down the videos.
Yeah.
So ikaw
Tata.
Carl, when in the you're a writer, not much of a content creator, but in terms of that kind of restriction, what do you think, especially with the UAAP, not that much, not free so far, hindi ganun ka-out yung coverage nila compared to a GMA na free. Kasi ako, I don't even have Signal. I don't watch the TV anymore. Something Signal Play, you cannot, ito issue ko sa Signal Play, you cannot load it with GCash or credit card. You have to go to a 7-Eleven terminal to load it.
Minsan down pa nga.
Not
Minsan
every,
down pa yung
isa pa
7-Eleven
to,
terminal.
not every 7-Eleven nasa terminal.
Yun na nga. Exactly.
The nearest 7-Eleven sa akin is a 5-minute drive. I mean, 5-minute drive lang, but to load my
To a
Signal
lot of
Play,
people. Medyo
hindi ko
hassle
na
siya.
gagawin. Parang hindi na lang ako manonood. I'll just check.
Yep.
So what
Highlights
do
na
you
lang?
think about that restriction? Do you think it's something that they would continue as sa backlash?
Kasi here's my thing with regards to that policy. No?
As part of
Kasi,
the media. Really part of... ito yung legit media, guys. Ako, ano lang ako eh. Dal lang ako. Ito legit media. Merong ID to actually go to the game. So, go, Carl.
hindi, I think with regards to this, ano talaga, nung nakuha ko yung email, medyo nagulat ako kasi it was sent at 2:38 p.m. yesterday.
Out of nowhere.
Oo.
Kasi,
Ito Sunday, we were expecting na parang, okay, wala lang. New policy, tapos yung heading is new policy new policy dash recording of games for UAP season 85. Tapos nung binasa ko siya, ba't parang nire-restrict yung content creation? Kasi here's the thing, what we've heard so far, what I've heard at least, from other friends within the media circle na there was one person or a couple of people online who were streaming the UAP women's volleyball game on Facebook. So ang nangyari, Signal found out, the Signal's lawyers and representatives, I think they advised yung upper management ng Signal to crack down on this. So ang nangyari, lahat nadadali. Lahat ng content creators, lahat ng mga small-time media members affected. Kasi here's the thing, with content creation, video is the new king. Short video is the king. TikTok is king.
Reels,
Kailangan
video.
mo ng reels. And I think personally medyo hindi naman sa nasaktan pero affected din ako kasi with Humble Bola, with our Instagram, we were pushing very hard towards content creation na we will reach a lot of people. And at the same time, alam mo yun, creative siya, it's fun. You get to watch the game. Pero alam mo yun, yung hindi naman sa mala-fan, pero at the same time, medyo engaging. Let's say na engaging na lang. Kasi we have a photographer, si Jim De Ramos. Hi, Jim.
Oh yeah, si Jim.
Photographer. photographer and videographer
Ang
siya.
dami niyang sick shots, ang dami niyang mga action
Oo.
shot.
'Di ba? Naggaling si Jim eh. Pero for you to for Signal to limit someone as creative as Jim among many other videographers, whether it's for a team, a small blog, or an aspiring sports writer, analyst, whatever, mahirap to eh. It's a blow. It's a very big blow. Kasi when Signal says na hindi ka pwede mag-take ng videos ng games. Hindi ba parang restrictive 'yun? And counterintuitive siya towards developing or creating a new avenue for fans to get engaged with your league. Kasi yun nga, kaya nga sobrang todo tayo sa puri sa GMA. Kasi with them, pinoprovide nila binigyan nila yung NCAA ng bago spotlight eh. It's been one of the, sabihin natin, one of the blemishes or yung mga points against NCAA before na parang hindi wala naman nanonood ng NCAA, wala naman may pake dyan eh. Pero when GMA came in with that team na
Nagkapake ako. Ako
broadcast
nagkapake
on
ako.
free TV, ako nga
Juniors, NCAA,
oh, di ba?
papanoodin ko. I never
Yun
thought
na
I
nga
would
eh.
say that before.
Yun na nga eh. Kahit ako, I wouldn't have cared about NCAA. That's being honest ah. And that's because I really care about basketball. Pero at the same time, I cannot put myself in so many situations all at once.
Oh, I mean, may preferences
Kasi,
tayo
di
in
ba?
the end.
Oo. Pero at the end of the day, yung ginawa ng GMA for NCAA, binigyan nila ng platform. Ako, I've been starting to watch highlights. That's a very big step towards getting fans. Kasi fans, syempre, highlights muna yan.
Doon
Tapos
muna,
nood ng
mga
games here
reels
and there.
muna. Oo.
Oo.
Search
Kaya
na player.
ang laking bagay ng content creation. Ito yung pinaka off-putting or pinaka controversial sa statement ng Signal or ng UAP Media Group. Effective immediately, we regret to inform you that recording of games, whether in short clips or in full, will no longer be allowed. So ibig sabihin, pag nasa arena ka or nasa Araneta ka, nasa FAOL ka or wherever the venue is, pag nag-shoot ka ng video at pinost mo yon, as of now, Signal has the right to take that down.
Delikado eh. Kasi diba,
Alanganin siya
gusto
eh.
ko mag-record ng dunk. Haba ako siguro dunk ni
Mm.
ni si Malik Diouf. So,
Oh.
mga breakaway steal niya, diba? Siyempre, re-record ko.
Mm.
Bawal na yun?
Oo. Based on this new policy,
Yeah.
Kung nag-post kami ng video right now sa Humble Bola page or sa sarili kong page, wherever, pwede ako i-copyright strike or i-take down ng Signal yun. Pwede nilang gawin yun based on their latest policy. Pero again, naglabas sila ng clarification ng 5:59 yesterday.
They did.
Yeah, they
Clarification.
did.
Okay.
Oo. Ang sabi nila is, we would like to inform you that interviews with players, coaches, or UAP personalities can be conducted in the designated media room and or in the hallways of the venue. However, Signal kindly requests that no on-court actions be visible in the background during these interviews.
It's
So what
kinda
does that
hard.
mean?
Hirap pa rin.
What does
Hindi ka
that
pa rin.
mean? Pag mag-shoot ka ng video ng kahit sinong personality within the UAAP, dapat nasa tunnel ka. Pero hindi kita yung court. Medyo mahirap, di ba?
So parang behind the
Medyo
scenes,
complicated.
nagmumukha siyang behind the scenes kind of ano.
Exactly.
And not everybody can go
Exactly.
to the court. 90% cannot go to the court. Kahit yung mga nasa patron cannot go to the court except yung mga nagbayad ng courtside. So,
Yun na nga eh.
ano yun?
So parang, bakit maililimit yung content creation for a league na gusto mong bigyan ng spotlight? Kumbaga, ang small time or mga kagaya natin na talagang, alam mo yun, we're just getting our feet wet in the sports world. Tinutulungan na nga natin eh. We're trying to develop a way or to find a way for the league to gain new fans. Kasi hindi na pwedeng pictures lang eh. Hindi na pwedeng sulat lang.
Hindi na ganun.
I would know. Ang hirap magsulat ngayon eh. Kasi ang dami rin nagsusulat. So, alam mo yun, pagalingan ng angle. When it comes to videos, pagandahan ng content. So, alam mo yun. And I think si Toby Pavon of Humble Bola, our colleague, he put out a piece recently, kaninang 11 a.m. yata to. He argued essentially na sorry, ano to? It's ano eh, ang main argument niya is hindi ba dapat maging subject to fair use ito? Kasi here's the thing, with the UAAP kasi, ang outright ban nila is yung videotaping or yung video recording of the game itself. Pero at the same time, pwede ba nilang i-claim na work nila yun? If that makes sense. Parang sila ba talaga yung nag-create ng content na yun? Or talagang, or sinasabi ba natin na pagmamayari ng Signal ang UAP? Kasi ang gets ko with Signal is I would understand na ayaw nila yung may mga magka-copy ng clips nila, may mag-share online. Kasi syempre, ano yun, issue sa kanila. I would understand. Kasi it's a business. Pero at the same time, fair use. Kung nasa court ka, you're a photographer, you're a videographer.
Fair use.
Fair use yun, bro. It
It
should be.
falls under
Kasi
fair use.
transformative eh. Transformative eh. Hindi mo naman nire-record yung game for you to upload it later.
Oh, di ko naman
It's not for
kiniklaim,
that
di ba? Di
purpose.
mo naman kiniklaim
Exactly.
na this product is mine.
Yeah, hindi nga eh. And it's very hard for content creators now kasi kami yung pinaka-affected. Tayo yung pinaka-affected. And it's not fun. It's really not fun kasi there's a lot of us na may passion for this. There's a lot of us who are striving for goals within this industry and it's hard to break into this industry. I can be honest with that. Kasi
Kaya
there's a lot of
paulit-ulit tayo sa
obstacles in your
NCAA.
way. Di
Kaya
ba?
kami paulit-ulit sa GMA. Kanina
Yeah.
guys, ito yung pinaghuhugutan namin. Kasi medyo yung
Mm.
news na yan, kinda changes everything. Kasi yung TikTok ko, 90% of that is UAP.
Mm.
So, I have no issues naman of moving towards NC, moving towards PBA, Gilas. But,
Mm.
sayang. I mean, di ba? Sayang yung exposure.
Opportunities eh.
Di ba? Like,
Ano nga, ito nga yung term nito. The wealth of fan-generated content. Malaking bagay ang fan-generated content. Yung TikToks nyo, yung social media ng
creator economy,
athletes,
bro. Sobrang ano na
men, ang
creator
laking
economy.
bagay. Especially for the young athletes na breaking out pa lang.
They need that para
They need
ma-discover, di
that.
ba?
Sobrang kailangan yun. And how would you do that kung ikaw lang yung magbo-broadcast nila? Do you think you will put focus on an unheralded talent na hindi mo naman talaga pinapansin generally? And that's stating facts. Kasi ang alam naman natin that everyone wants to see the superstars, the big names. Pero what if yung isang small-time content creator, may napansin siya, uy, okay yung bench celebration nitong grupo to. Wala silang playing time, nasa bench lang sila for most of the game. Gawan ko kaya sila ng video to bigyan natin sila ng
Di ba?
spotlight. Ano problema dun?
So yun yung ano, yun uh yung mga qualms namin about it. And to
Yeah.
be honest, Carla, this is the
Hmm.
first time na wala akong kaalam-alam na nangyari sa UAP Juniors.
Ako
Nalaman
rin.
ko lang na finals na pala. And actually, two
Ako rin.
times. Nalaman ko Ateneo didn't make it sa Final Four. That's one. Second, I was like, nagsimula na pala juniors. And then, and the third time was like, tapos na pala finals.
Yeah.
Or
Ang hina
ganun.
ng coverage eh. Ang hina ng
Ang
coverage.
hina ng coverage.
I can say that confidently.
Kulang
Ang hina yung
sa
coverage eh.
kulang ng marketing. Nasaan yung mga pampahype up na poster before we would see Kiefer versus Sting. Mga ganyan na na posters.
Yung content ng SNA, grabe yun.
Kulang. I really miss ABS-CBN Sports in Action.
Yeah.
That's yun yung when they say I would say they're the nationwide leader in sports. Not worldwide, it's ESPN. But sa Philippines, they put the standards of how to cover sports. Kasi they didn't only cover basketball, they also covered baseball, football. Naalala ko yun, napapanood ko pa yun sa TV. Yung UAP, baseball, football,
softball.
sports,
Alam ko may softball finals before.
May girls pa, pinakita yung girls.
Exactly.
They would show it. Ngayon, wala kang basketball. Wala masyado. Yung sabi ng ibang tao, even volleyball, minsan late telecast. So,
yung
ano
men's
nangyayari?
Yung men's walang coverage. Men's yun Men's volleyball
well, women's naman talaga sa volleyball do. I mean,
pero at the same time, alam mo yun, may women's volleyball ka ng hapon, men's mo sa umaga. Parang,
wala.
Bakit hindi?
I don't feel as much.
Nando ka na eh.
Hindi ko masyado na feel yung UAP volleyball this year. Before, alam na alam ko pag may nagawa si Eliza Valdez at yung sina Gretchen Home. Before, alam na alam mo yun. You would see it everywhere. Kasi din ngayon, na social media boom na. Before, kahit hindi pa social media boom, nararamdaman mo na, okay, season. Nafe-feel mo sa Twitter and everything. But it just sucks how how the UAP, the media partners, media partner, is it the right term? Is it the main media giant handling UAP?
Sabihin na lang natin na
What's it?
broadcast
The
broadcast partner.
broadcasting partner of the UAP is kind of slacking.
Yeah.
So yun, anyway.
Baka ma-revoke yung media pass ko for the rest of the season, pero honestly,
And then we're just giving them.
it just has to be said. It
We're
just has
saying
to be
we're
said
stating
kasi
facts. We're not throwing
yeah,
dirt or smear. We're
it
just
just has
saying
to be
that we
said
don't feel
kasi
it.
maraming apektado eh. Masyadong marami.
Hindi ko siya ma-enjoy as much as possible, as much as I used to before. Anyway, since we're talking about the UAP, the last thing we're gonna end this is with a certain UAP school na is really great. Start this in a positive note. On a positive note, this is amazing recruitment by Coach Gold and the UP backers. They have changed the game. I watched. I've seen someone write down somewhere that this is the kind of style of recruiting that we're used to seeing sa US, yung how hard they recruit for the 5-star recruits, particularly Kentucky Wildcats. So the Kentucky Wildcats before had Carl Anthony Towns, Devin Booker in the same team. They had Willie Cauley-Stein. They had the like 5 to 6 NBA caliber players. So why am I saying the Kentucky Wildcats? Because that's the kind of recruitment that UP is doing this year. Because of Carl, please share sino ba yung mga recruits nila so far.
Oh man, sobrang sakit batahin ito pero let's read it up. So far, it's Sean Alters, the latest.
Oh.
And then we have the trio of the LaSalle Green Hills in Luis Pablo.
MVP,
Seven
season
Kagate.
Another
And Joshua
all-star.
Coronel.
2 of the
That's
3,
a star-studded
NBTC
lineup.
24.
Sobrang star-studded yung lineup nila. Sobrang.
Tapos they also have Francis Lopez, NBTC in 2020. They also have Raylan Torres and Janjan Felicilda from NU. They also have Chico Briones, si Lowell Briones, 6'6" guard. Ala Klay Thompson. If you guys are asking, sino ba tong Chico Briones? How does he play? He's like a Klay Thompson. 6'6". He really plays in the wing. Guard siya talaga kahit matangkad. So which is great. And who else? I feel like we're forgetting something. Someone.
Actually, teka. Sino nga ba to? There's a name I'm forgetting.
Did you forget somebody? I don't
think
you forgot somebody.
I don't think so. Pero I think may nalilimutan akong name. Teka.
Luis Pablo, Sean Alter, Francis Lopez. Now we're right. We're good.
No, tama ba?
We didn't miss anything.
Yeah,
and
good.
May isa pang big na isa-sign ng UP in 1 to 2 weeks. So abangan mo to, Carl. Everybody listening to this, UP is not done yet. Anyway, with UP, so I said na may isa pa silang key signing. Tapos we're waiting on, of course, let's address the elephant in the room, Jared Bahay. We're still waiting where he goes because I feel like wala, hindi siya nagpapa-random or anything. As of the making of this recording, wala, di pa natin alam. So they're freaking stacked, ibang klaseng recruitment to this year. And what are your thoughts on it, Carl? Like on a positive muna before kasi we don't wanna seem hater. We don't want to look like haters, right?
Yeah.
We wanna share the pro and the con, the pros and the cons on what this kind of strategy is. So pros muna tayo.
Okay, first of all, if you're a team like UP that has the resources to recruit players, why would you not recruit players? It's exactly what you want to do. It's what Coach Bo Parason, former Coach Bo Parason is very, 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 very good at doing, recruitment. Kasi gusto mo manalo eh. That's what it all comes down to. You want to win, you have the resources to recruit players. Why would you not recruit players? Madaling usapan lang yun eh. Kasi alam mo yun, you lost Carl Tamayo. You lost a couple of pieces last season. Moving forward, season 86, 87, 88. Anong plan nyo? And UP just bared their plans in the past few days. Sobrang laking bagay ng recruitment. I don't think people understand it. Kasi sinasabi nila, kasi may financial backing, may ganito. Pero the thing is, when you're playing basketball, especially college basketball, it's a game of recruitment. Let's be honest with that. Recruitment, ano to eh. It's about what you can offer to the kid, what you can give him in terms of an education, especially. Ano yung pwede niya maging role sa team. And UP stacking their talent like this, wala akong nakikitang problema with it eh. Pros lahat yan eh. It's all a pro.
For the
Recruitment is a
program,
very pro.
pros talaga. For the program na UP, it's pros. For the other schools, di ba, tough
Con.
luck. Oo,
Sobrang
con yun.
con.
Sobrang con yun. Sobrang con yun. Pero,
Sobrang con.
iba yung con ko mamaya eh. Iba yung con ko mamaya eh. Medyo internal yun eh. So, and another pro na share ko is, mag-challenge yung ibang teams.
Yep.
Like step up tayo sa scouting department natin, sirs. Parang, okay, we cannot compete locally. We cannot compete here. Parang let's go out. Let's go to the other provinces. Tingin tayo sa mga tournaments nila, yung mga Tarlac, Pampanga, punta tayo Aklan, punta tayo Cebu, Cebu na nga medyo hindi na nga hidden eh. Medyo hotbed na yun. It's like Manila 2.0. So talagang yung pros is mas magkakaroon ng maraming gems. Teams will now allow more leeway for, sige, let's give this guy a try. Wala naman mawawala sa atin. We don't have the money that UP Ateneo LaSalle can put out, but tiwala tayo sa sistema natin. Padaan natin sa juniors natin, and hopefully hindi sila ma-pry, di ba? which NU and FU are doing a great job, by the way. Keeping it in-house. FEU, di mo si Pasaol, JR Pasaol, their star. Yep. VJ Pre, one of the best names out there. VJ Pre. NBTC 24 din yan si VJ. And Reinhard, again, we mentioned it a while ago. Ang ganda ng name ni Reinhard eh, no? Parang yung sa...
Diba? Yung sa Attack on Titan.
Yung sa Attack on Titan.
Diba? Sabi ko, what is that?
Oh, yun. Si Reinhard? Humamoy yung Filipino version natin.
Humamoy. Okay na rin. Pwede.
Pero yung whoever named you, yung parents mo, galing. Ask them where they saw, galing nang nakaisip ng pangalan ni Reinhard. Very unique.
Very smart.
I don't know anybody named Reinhard. Dami akong kilalang Miguel, marami akong kilalang Francis.
Marami akong kilalang Carl. Nico rin, marami.
Oo, ibang spell.
Reinhard,
wala. But Reinhard, you're a one of one, bro.
One of one ka sa Pilipinas as far as we know.
Anyway, ayun, so those are the pros, right? It's more of people will, so what you said, pro for UP because they're adding depth, it's part of the game, recruitment. Homegrown talents will be focused on more. Mabibigyan sila ng more attention kasi especially in schools na alam nilang hindi na kayo pag-compete sa pera. And last is going beyond Metro Manila. I mean, nangyayari na yun, but there will be more focus na. So yung mga hidden gems dyan, just post your highlight, you'll never know. See it. You just send your highlights to Hoop Junkie, and then maybe if Hoop Junkie got known for that, putting up highlights.
Yeah.
A lot of personalities follow him, so you'll never know. You'll ganun, more of help yourself as well for those aspiring players who want to get into the schools. So, and the con.
Daming chances. Daming options.
One con for each. Anong con mo, Carl?
Con ko, I think it's a con na everyone noticed. Masyado kayo maraming talent. Yun yung first con. That's the very big con that people are pointing to. Kasi ang dami yung talent, ang dami yung recruit. Paano na sila pagkakasyahin? Pero I think one thing going for UP in this regard is magaling yung coaching staff nila. People don't like to talk about it. Very few would like to point it out. Pero when you have a system headed by Goldwyn Monteverde, you have Bo Perasol handling the recruitment. May reason kung bakit si Bo ang nasa recruitment eh. And people would not want to acknowledge that kasi they know him more as a coach. Pero they would say, hindi, natalo naman siya as a coach. Pero at the same time, si Coach Bo kasi siya eh, he will always have my respect for carrying Ateneo's Kiefer Ravenna-led teams as best as he can. Pero at the same time, yung recruitment,
grabe yung hate.
Taking on the hate, ang dami niya nun eh. Whether deserved or undeserved. Malupit si Coach Bo for enduring those years. Pero at the same time, what he did for UP's recruitment,
yung
amazing
gift
job.
Nandito yung gift
amazing job. Con talaga yung depth they would say na con yung playing time. Pero again, kaya pwede mo naman i-stagger kasi hindi naman lahat kailangan maglaro agad-agad. They know what they're signing up for. That's one thing that people tend to forget as well. These kids know kung bakit sila pumunta sa UP. It's not because they want to get 25, 22 points per game. It's because maganda yung system nila eh. Maganda yung in-house system nila, whatever that is. I don't know exactly how they develop their talent internally. Pero there's a reason why students or why athletes are deciding to take their talents to UP over more popular programs such as Ateneo, LaSalle, even FEU and NU to a degree. So something magical is happening in UP, in Diliman. So kudos to you guys. Good job.
Galing sa sales talk yung mga UP stuff and the backers and everything. I mean, you could say it's the money, pero I would feel like it's the it's how they present the vision to the kids.
Exactly. Yep.
It's how you can sell your steam eh. I mean, no matter how much money you throw, feel ko pag wala kang vision sa bata, and then isipin pa rin ng bata para maglalaro. It's more galing talaga, like of course hindi naman kami insiders ng UP, but more of thinking of it in a corporate sense. Paano mo mabenta yung ganitong product na you feel is saturated with talent, pero nabebenta mo pa rin sa mga 5-star recruits. So, especially with J-House, na nandyan pa na 50-50. I could say 50-50 or undecided.
No one knows at all.
No, wala kami sasabi. But
alam.
sasabi namin na if ever he commits to UP, it's more of ask na, ano talaga, like, I wanna ask, how did they sell it to you? Like, the vision and everything. Something na, for most schools to learn. And hopefully, Coach Bo, kung gusto mo sa podcast, gusto kong malaman niya, share ko. I'll take some notes.
Wishful thinking yan.
I'll take some notes,
not,
tapos I'll take some notes na pasa natin sa atin. De joke lang. Confidential tayo dito.
Oo naman.
Oo
naman.
But yeah, that's something I really want to discuss with Carl. All of the topics here is just in a week. All of that in 1 week. So everybody, thanks for listening to our episode here. Our first episode in terms of reacting and sharing our commentary on the latest happenings in Philippine sports. And hopefully we'll see you all next week. Monday, Carl bro, I think this is a perfect, sobrang solid ng pagpasok mo dito na you write most of the time, not much sa video, so that's why I find it great na flawless yung, I would say really flawless yung pag-entry mo sa podcast scene. Even though you showed up in past episodes past shows before. It's really now I hit a home run with you in terms of being a partner here. So hopefully, not hopefully, see you all next week. And hopefully, ang hopefully ko is may pag-uusapan. May good news. May mga something to talk about. Then again, it's only Monday. A lot can happen. And we'll see you all next week. Thank you so much, guys. 6-Man Podcast. This is Nico. Carl as my partner for tonight. And don't forget to give us a 5-star rating on Spotify. If you saw this on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe. See you all next time. Good evening. Peace.